This is a tutorial to recolor or select certain areas of a photograph that you want to recolor. So first thing you need to do is get a photo of a flower or something up close that you have taken a photo of, or something that has a neat area that you would like to make that the color and then have the rest of it black and white. For this tutorial today for my class, just use one of your flower photos that you took using the macro setting. The first thing you're going to do is open that photo in Photoshop so that you can work on it. We're going to use the adjustment layers because adjustment layers allow us to change things on photos but not change the original. So first, go to your adjustment layers and click on the hue saturation. The first thing we're going to do is take away the color of this photo. So using the saturation, you're just going to bring that all the way down to 100 so that we have taken all the color out of the photo. Now we can play with the hue if we wanted by putting this back down to say 80%, and then if you go to colorize, you could give that different colors in the background of what you wanted. And if we do like a sepia, which is like 25, we can then turn this saturation way down to almost get black and white, but unclick the colorize. We're going to actually give this just black and white to make it black and white. Alright, so push OK. So now we have a black and white photo, but we want to reveal what is there using the layer mask. So black reveals. So over here, this is your foreground and your background color. You need to make sure that the black is your foreground and white is your background. And you can do that by clicking this button and then using the arrows to switch the spots. You're going to click in the rectangle of the layer mask thumbnail, and then click on your brush tool, come up to your brushes, and probably a 65 pixel soft edge brush would be good. I'm on basic brushes. You could always choose a calligraph brush, sometimes that helps, or you can just go to default brushes and there's some different brushes, but we really want to be able to reveal the whole flower. The other thing you need to make sure that you have done, if you have not, is go to Edit, Preferences, and pick General. Make sure your zoom with the scroll wheel, make sure that's checked so that we can zoom in when we need to. So I'm going to zoom in here really close to my flower, and I'm going to begin. Actually, I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger. I'm going to go to 100. We're going to begin to reveal that color that is part of that flower, and I'm just going to do it in this part. Now, the cool thing about this is, oops, if I make a mistake, I can flip-flop my colors, and white conceals. So black reveals and white conceals. So I'm going to go back. And you can really zoom in here and really pay attention to your edges so that you have clean edges, that you really have colored that photo back, and get my middle of my flower. Really pay attention to what you are doing and make sure that you get that whole photo undone. So you can see that I have got most of my flower colored. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that again, and I want to go back to those edges. You can see it kind of went outside the lines here, so I'm going to pull that back in a little bit, make sure that I don't have any color that I have missed on that flower. So I'm just going to clean those edges up. And if you make any mistakes or you don't like what you've done, you can always push undo and kind of start over So one thing I love about this program is that you can always go back and fix your mistakes. So I'm just cleaning up these edges, making sure I don't have any color outside of the flower. See how I have a boo-boo there. Let's go back. And if you need a smaller brush, the bracket key on your keyboard will bring that in smaller. Alright, so I have the flower colored. There's another flower in my photo. I'm going to go ahead and color that one also. Whoops, notice I have to flip this so I can color in and reveal that color. Remember, black reveals, white conceals. So I'm using the black brush to reveal the color underneath this black and white that I have going there. You can see that I've kind of got some color going outside there. I'm going to make my brush a little smaller. And the bracket keys, I'm just moving back and forth here, but on your keyboard, the bracket keys will do a shortcut, kind of a quick, make the brush smaller or bigger. So you can use the big bracket or the small bracket. So I'm just going to clean up my edges. Okay, and I'm not sure if I want that part colored. Let me look at it. And I think I just want it like that. So you can see that I have just the purple in the color. So I now have my photo. Oops. I now have my photo colored. I was just going to go back over, make sure I have all of that colored. Not forget any spots. Alright, so you can see that I basically have revealed the colored part on that photo. If I take this away, I have all of my photo still color. Alright, so that is the recoloring tutorial. What you would do is go to File, Save As, and then you're going to save that as your recoloring flower. And then you're going to want to save that as a JPEG and put it into your home directory so that you know where you have put that photo, and then push save. And that is okay. That is the tutorial for how you recolor a photo.